As you all might know, Korg introduced 9 different new products over the past few days. I'm going to go over some of them. The review is merely for their new Grandstage X piano. I'm going to go over the specs to see if it does have what it takes to be against the rest of the stage pianos on the market. Unfortunately, I don't have it here at the moment, but over the next few days, hopefully I can get my hands on it and do a depth review on that stage piano. Right away, what we know about it, according to Korg, it has 7 different sound engines. It has exactly the same pianos that you would find on Korg Nautilus or Korg Kronos. XG2 sound engines for the piano. It does have the same sound engine for electric pianos. It has 128 notes of polyphony. It weighs around 55 pounds, so it's heavier than Korg Nautilus 88 key version, which is around 50 pounds. But it does have the same exact keybed RH3 fully hammer action keybed. So one of the things that I see is missing, it doesn't have any physical drawbar, like Yamaha YC series or Nord Stage or Roland RD2000. So that's one of the drawbacks on that stage piano. But it has a premium look. It has a very unique look. It has a two-tone design, white and black. It looks very dashy, very nice. Has a very sharp screen. Too many nice features, including the new tube, which is a kind of emulation of the vacuum tube amplifier. So you can have some sort of like a distortion or any kind of effects like that when you play digital piano or organ, some sort of those effects, which is pretty cool. The other thing that it does have something called like ambient, like the one that you find on Yamaha Genos 2. So you can adjust the distance between microphone and your piano when you're playing piano to have a more drier sound or the sound with more reverb. It's not, of course, the reverb. So technically, closer that you get to the piano, the sound gets drier. Or when you get further away from the piano, you have more like a kind of reverb. It's not a reverb, but it sounds like that. The cool thing that it does have is a unison slider control, and with that you can change it like a dynamic of your sounds or expression when you play in like a digital piano. One of the other cool features that it does have for layering and splitting, you do have 2 sliders for your upper hand and one for your left hand when you stack up 2 sounds and split, so you can have direct access to change the volume on those sounds. So it comes handy when you're playing on the stage. It also has some kind of accompaniment, like a rhythm and bass, very similar to the comp that you get on a arranger. It's not the same, of course, because you have only 2 tracks, but it does have an auto comp, so it technically syncs the bass with what you're playing, and it does have a chord loop, so you can record the loop or use one of these existing chord progression and play with 2 hands like you play with the piano when you have the bass and your drum in the backing track. Well, pretty cool features. It's a nice machine when you think about it, but one of the things that you have to consider to see is it really worth it for $2,999 for that machine? So Korg before this they had the ASV series stage pianos, which were getting pretty old. So this is a huge step forward to design this machine. But ironically, one of the direct competitor with this stage piano is another product from the Korg, which is Korg Nautilus 88 key version. Of course, the Korg Nautilus is a workstation, so it falls in a different category. But the thing is, you get whatever you have on the Grandstage X on Nautilus plus much more, because this is a workstation. So at $2,999, you get a better value on the Korg Nautilus, and plus is much lighter. Korg Nautilus is 50 pounds, whereas the new Grandstage X is 55 pounds. So that's something to consider. One of the other things that you can purchase for that keyboard is you can buy the HC88 hard case. It's the same hard case that you can carry your Nautilus in it. So that's a hard case if you want to take it on stage. It comes with like a wooden legs, but you have to pay additionally. But it looks very nice, and classy when you set it on those legs. At that price point, at that $2,999, the other competitor could be Yamaha YC series, which is better in some sense because you have physical drawbars. And so if you're playing organ, that's definitely a better choice. Or even Roland RD2000. Of course, the RD2000 is older. It has only 2 sound engines. But having more sound engines doesn't necessarily translate to having better sound quality. RD2000 is, of course, cheaper. It's $2,400. And one of the other best competitors in that range is Korg SP7 Grand. So it's a stage piano. It does have a touch screen, and it comes at the much cheaper price, $1,900. So to me, it's a better choice. In my opinion, I guess maybe something like a Nautilus is far better than purchasing that thing, unless if you are just set your mind to have one stage piano. Otherwise, Korg Nautilus can do much better than that. And it's the same price, so you have the same key bed, and of course you have aftertouch, the thing that you don't find on the Grandstage X, and this one has, of course, 9 sound engines, so you get more sound engines. You have sequencer here. So these are the other competitors on the market, which are almost on the same price range. But as I said, the Stage Grand X, it looks pretty cool, pretty nice. I like the design of it. And it has pretty cool features, but it has some drawbacks too. But the most important drawback, I think, is the price. For the amount of features that you get, I think the price is not really worth it.